You're watching the Color and Life podcast, a podcast about creative pursuits like knitting, spinning, dyeing, and various other artistic adventures. We are podcasting to you from the foothills of the majestic Rocky Mountains in beautiful Golden, Colorado, and sometimes from the mountains.
We're so glad you're joining us today. There are so many fantastic podcasts that you can choose from, and it's so awesome that you're choosing to spend some of your time with us today.
Your feedback is important to us. So if you like what we're doing, please hit the like button on this episode and subscribe to our channel. When you do, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss a thing.
You can also comment anywhere we are. We love reading comments. I'm Jennifer, and you can find me as Genuine Knits on Instagram, Periscope, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm on Twitter now. And as Junip, that's the one that's different, on Ravelry, Junip.
And I'm Liz. You can find me just about anywhere on the interwebs as LizzytheMamma, very specifically on Instagram, Periscope, and Ravelry.
Our contact details, you can find them all down in the down bar or on our website at colorandlifepodcast.com. And we hope you enjoy the show. All right. Intro to today.
Welcome to the podcast.
We today are having a giveaway.
Yay.
And winners. Winners for the giveaway. And then continuing to talk about our existing giveaway.
Yes.
And we kind of snuck a new little giveaway in there.
In our conversation.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Giveaway snuck in.
We like giveaways.
So pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a conversation.
It was fun.
It was a fun conversation. It was fun. And we have shop updates.
Yes.
And a new segment. You will love it. But you need to watch the whole thing, or I will have timestamps. So if you want to skip around, we'll let you.
There you go.
And that's it.
We're going to be uploading this on or around May 25th.
Yeah, somewhere in that arena.
Right? Today's
So.
beverages.
For you, it is
Harney & Sons Earl Grey. Because I think this is my absolute very favorite tea in the whole
Earl
wide world.
Grey's nice.
Not just any Earl Grey.
Their Earl Grey.
Their Earl Grey is good.
And that's a black tea.
It is black tea.
Okay.
Black tea and bergamot.
All right. I'm doing... I never know how to say this. Numi?
Numi.
Numi chocolate.
Where?
That one. That word. I go with Numi chocolate.
There you go.
There are associations that I saved you from. Be grateful.
Nuh-uh, you got them previously.
I didn't put them in the podcast. I edited them out. I saved you.
See what editing does? And because it's referenced repeatedly, mint Milano's.
Milano.
Cheers. So, on with the show.
On with the show. Enjoy.
We announced a giveaway last time. The YouTube subscriber giveaway.
For all you people subscribing and hitting that subscribe button, you're entered.
Yeah. If you've done it before, if you do it today, or tomorrow, or all the tomorrows until June 11th.
Tomorrow's June 11th is when you run out of tomorrows.
That's the last one. So we'll be holding a drawing. I will be sending you a message through YouTube to let you know that you've been added to that list. So if you don't get a note...
if you subscribe, then you will get a message saying you're on the list.
Yes. So if you don't get a note and you've subscribed, I'm very sorry. Please tap me somehow and I'd be happy to add you to the list. We've decided that the prize pool is going to increase.
Get bigger.
With the number of subscribers we have. So it is in your best interest.
Yes.
To alert your friends, share the video, say, hey, go subscribe.
Because then we have a bigger chance of getting more prizes.
Exactly.
The more the better.
Best luck to everyone.
Yes, indeed. Subscribe.
Pretty please. Welcome to the conversation. Last time we talked to you, it was about making a decision. And this time, we decided we wanted to lighten up a little. So, we're going to talk about current favorites. This is something we'll probably bring up from time to time, maybe every season or so, of just what we're currently crushing on and all that jazz.
Because it changes.
Right? It does. Definitely does. Especially with a couple of these questions.
Yeah.
So, I came up with the question. Jen got a preview, but...
I haven't really... Most of this is going to be kind of a surprise to me.
A little off the cuff.
Yeah.
And then we have a lightning round, so.
Ooh, a lightning round.
Ready?
Okay.
All right, Jen. What is your current favorite needle?
Hiya Sharps interchangeable set.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. It's just... I love how sharp they are.
Me too.
It's just the deal.
They're my favorite set, too. I like how lightweight they are.
Yeah.
I like how sharp they are.
I like the cable.
The cable is good.
I like how they connect, that they have that little spinny part down at the base.
The join is awesome.
Yeah.
I did notice, so I had a size 7 on a recent project, and it was a fixed circular compared to my interchangeable. I got so frustrated because I've gotten used to the connection and the spinny cable bit. Okay. So that's my favorite needle too.
Cool.
Yay. All right. So the next one. Favorite notion.
Oh. Stitch markers.
No, progress
keepers. I was like, stitch marker. But that's been my favorite for so long. Stitch markers has been my go-to for just about everything. But no, my new favorite? Progress keepers.
Progress.
I don't care.
Potato.
Potato, tomato.
Right? All right. I'm thinking my...
Milano.
Only if it's mint.
The orange ones are pretty good too.
I have had the orange ones. I still prefer the mint.
The mints are good.
Anyway.
Okay.
Favorite cookie. My favorite notion is gotta be a tapestry needle for weaving in ends.
Oh, okay.
I like to stick those in just about every single one of my bags.
Yeah.
Because if I'm gonna end something, I didn't have that in my recent finish.
Oh yeah, the one with new recent finish. Okay.
And so I didn't weave in my ends, and now I'm kind of like, I don't want to weave it in.
Oh, so if you don't get it done right away, then too bad. So sad. You lose.
Exactly.
You sound like Stretch when you say that, because he like tucks up his ends and every. I'm like, weave in your ends. He's like, no, whatever.
I'm sure our viewers can understand.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right? Tell us if you...
Are you an end weaver inner or are you a end tucker inner?
And if it happens now or later?
Yeah.
Does that matter? Anyway. All right, so next one. Bag maker. Current
that's
favorite
easy.
Bag maker.
That's an easy no-brainer.
Okay.
Front range bags.
You shared a lot of her on the last showing off.
Should I save it for showing off?
Yes, save it for showing off.
Because
she's going to show off.
Okay.
Another episode.
My favorite bag maker. Front range bags.
There you go. I would say, so I have to answer this for myself in, I can't answer this right.
Okay.
So I love my Lone Larch bags. I am absolutely in love with those.
I have some.
But I hit a Mrs. Brown's bags update.
No, you did not!
Yes, I did. So
I have tried so hard to get a Mrs. Brown's update.
So again, I was stuck on the couch watching podcasts.
Man.
And she had said something about she's just going to start to
do it at the weekend and slip them in, yes?
And I haven't. I almost texted you, but I didn't know if that was a something you needed me to text you about.
I'm working hard not to be grouchy about this.
Don't be grouchy.
Okay.
Don't be grouchy.
I'll get over it.
Clearly.
I'll get over it. I just want one of her periwinkle ones. I want the ones with one of the ones with the purple bottom and the multicolor knit stitch on it. That's the one I want.
I think I got her pink garter stitch.
Her pink garter stitch?
Yes.
That one was so pretty.
It's so me. So me. I'm so, like, over the moon excited. Anyway, I will share that when it gets here, because I'm sure a project will go to Live and End immediately.
Oh, it'll be... I even did a, hey, can I do an order? She's like, I'm all full up for May. Talk to me about in June. And I'm like, okay, when in June do I talk to you? I wasn't sure if I like...
June 1st.
Yeah, she will probably be getting an email on June 1st. Because I just don't, I can't... Yeah, you were kind of stuck there, but I hit it every so often. Always, shop's empty. Nothing here. And I'm like...
Well... I think they're pretty highly coveted, and
they are.
You know, part of me, I want to support her in her
Me too.
endeavors.
Me too. That's one of the reasons I want to get one,
rather than like, oh, this is the most coveted bag kind of thing.
Right.
So, anyway,
me too. That's part of one of the reasons why I buy. Why I have so many front range. Not only does she have absolutely darling fabric, oh my god, but she has these. They're really nice. They're functional. And she's local, and I want to support people who are doing stuff locally and all that kind of thing, too.
Definitely.
So, anyway. So, front range bags is my favorite, but I could probably be swayed. Well, and I'm good. But see, now that I have my container, I can do the whole seasonal bag thing. I'm so excited about this. You have no idea how excited I am about this. It has opened up so many new horizons for me, for my brain, and how to put things together. I am so happy.
There you go. All right. So the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Current favorite fiber.
Polar silk.
Okay. Is there
that 80-20?
Is there a particular
60-40 blend?
Yeah.
60-40 blend. But then I am just a sucker for just about anything Sweet Georgia too.
That's
just about anything Sweet Georgia. I'm a member of their fiber club, and just about anything Sweet Georgia, you can pretty much.
There you go.
I love Sweet Georgia.
I don't know that I've got a favorite fiber, but I'm most looking forward to spinning that yak silk that you got me from Yarn Fest.
Oh yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. Maybe Greenwood fibers.
Yeah.
Maybe Greenwood fibers.
There's so many good ones.
I don't know that I could say I have a favorite fiber, but I have some favorite fiber companies.
Right.
That's what I could say I have. Because I don't know. That one's hard because Frabjous fibers. Okay, never mind. I don't.
So the current favorite, today's favorite.
Today's favorite.
At this moment's favorite.
At this moment's favorite, Greenwood fibers.
Cool. All right.
No, Sweet Georgia. Because I just got their thing. I just got their monthly thing, and I have it in my mind. I've had it in my office. I can't get it to go into the little stash zone. It's probably gonna have to skip ahead on the line and go right on. It's my next spinning project.
There you go.
Even before the special project, I think maybe.
Well,
I really like it.
With as much yardage as you need to get on that special project, I would imagine that you're gonna need
to break it up.
Palette cleansers.
Yes, exactly.
So,
anyway,
I understand that.
So Sweet Georgia.
Sweet Georgia.
I take it back, Sweet Georgia.
All right, Sweet Georgia for you, Greenwood fiber for me. All right, yarn.
Colorful Eclectic.
Well, you can't pick me.
I have to.
No, because Dyer is next, and it says not me.
Okay. And I can't pick you either.
It says not me.
Oh. Okay. Yarn. What would I go with? Oh, that one's easy. Mountain Twizzle.
Okay.
Mountain Twizzle. Because I realized just over the last little while just how much Mountain Twizzle I actually have.
So is it Mountain Colors Twizzle?
Mountain Colors Twizzle. Yeah,
okay.
Mountain Colors. They're Twizzle and pretty much any colorway that they have. close to any colorway.
They have some good ones.
They have some really good ones. You'll see why in the show and tell.
There you go. I would say my current favorite yarn is Western Sky Knits.
I was almost going to go with them, but I haven't cast anything on yet from them. But they keep popping out on my shelf in my little bin that I have. I'm like, ooh, yep, I need to. You're on my list.
I have been following both of them, I believe, on Instagram, and anytime that comes up, I'm just like, so pretty, so just pleasing to the eye, and I love touching their yarns. So
cool.
So favorite dyer, and it can't be me.
I can't be you. Okay, I do have to caveat this with, if you have been paying attention, some of this is going on with me.
Which is why I said very specifically, it can't be me.
So, obviously I love Liz's colors and colorways and everything. Obviously.
It's because I'm awesome.
It is because she's awesome. This is absolutely 100% true.
Anyway, dyer.
Okay, so dyer is... God, that's probably a really close tie between, why can't I remember her name? Spunware Over the Rainbow.
Yes.
She is wonderful, and I have a lot of her stuff. And Greenwood Fibers.
Okay.
Because every time I see her stuff, I'm like, I want one of those and those and those and those and those. And the same thing with Spunware Over the Rainbow. And I think I like them right now because they're dyeing fibers. And I love good fibers.
That's fair.
And I already picked, that works. I picked Sweet Georgia for fibers, so I can pick one of the others for dyers. And it's really a combination. It's not even as much as, it's so much the colorway that gets me.
Right.
So.
That's fair.
Anyway.
Okay. So my current favorite dyer is Laura of Jinx Yarns.
I haven't even had any, except for
Go
the
watch
Icelandic.
a Dyer's Notebook podcast.
Okay. Except for the Icelandic. I haven't ever seen any of hers. And they're beautiful. I've seen them on other podcasts. The blue and gray one you have.
Oh, the Winter Wonderland.
Winter Wonder. Why do I call that Icelandic? It has ice in it. It's wintry.
Winter is ice.
I woke up to 5 inches of snow this morning. No. Well, 5 inches of snow had fallen. 3 remained.
Boo hiss.
Anyway.
I'm ready for spring. I'm like so ready for spring.
It's May.
Yes.
It's almost the end of May. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got more snow. Anyway.
Moving on. So yes, Laura of Jinx Yarns and A Dyer's Notebook. I think she's just fantastic because she shares so much of her knowledge and just so freely with it, and she really encourages.
She's not like
the
super competitive or anything like that.
She encourages the dyeing community, and I love that idea.
That's great.
Yeah. So, fiber book or magazine?
Ply.
Ditto.
Done.
Yeah.
Done and done. I really want to go to Plyaway next time.
When
I've heard so many wonderful things. I don't know, but holy cow, do I want to go.
Yeah? She wants to go.
Yeah, I do.
I think I have to wait on retreats for a little while until the babe is bigger.
Yeah, he needs to...
I think once he's 2, I can start to feel comfortable with going for overnights by myself. So...
Yeah.
All right. Current favorite finished project.
Oh, that one's easy. It's my yoga socks. And I even entered them in Sockmatician's bag away.
I was gonna say you just sent me a picture of these things.
Yep. And the thing was, you needed to do your you needed to Instagram your current you in your, so those are my feet. In your favorite your current favorite finished object.
Okay.
And in a setting that summed you up, is how we put it.
Gotcha.
So far there are only 2 entries, and hopefully this doesn't go up until it's closed, because holy cow, I want that prize. It's a bag. And the fabric is just to die for.
Are we going to start to call you a bag lady?
No, you will not start calling me a bag lady.
I don't know.
This is, no, not a bag lady.
In a kind and loving way.
Maybe a sack lady.
No,
not a
because
sack
they're
lady.
not sacks.
They're not sacks.
Anyway.
Project bag lady.
Maybe.
No, that's too long. No, don't call me a bag lady. That's just bad.
Okay.
We got to figure something out.
All right.
The sheep lady. Because they are sheep.
The last ones didn't have sheep.
No, the Lone Larch ones don't have sheep. Dang it.
That's okay.
Okay.
We'll find something to call you.
Moving on. We need to move on from the bag lady thing.
Finished project. My current favorite finished project is my Definitely Susan sweater.
You finished it.
That one's
no, that one's been finished for a long time.
Yeah, that one's been finished.
Oh yeah, that's the one I want to do.
Yes. This is a gorgeous
It's wonderful.
Gorgeous
it's
sweater.
It's such a neat shape.
I love that it's the open cardigan, but then it's got the scarf that you can like put in any a variety of ways. I love this sweater.
It's neat.
So, I think I would probably, when I'm in another brain space, I will knit that sweater again in another color, a more neutral color, because I did it out of like pink. That just doesn't go with everything. Whereas
not always.
A more neutral might be a better option.
It goes with a lot of things for you, and it looks really stunning on you.
Right,
but
I
still,
feel like
you don't wear pink all the time. You don't want to wear pink.
I had a
You wear
goal
pink a
that
lot.
one year that I wore pink every single day.
Did you?
I did.
Wow.
So I have a lot of pink. But I like to wear like pink shirts and things.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I can wear a pink sweater with a pink
shirt. Yeah.
So I need a neutral to go over my pink shirts. Anyway, current favorite whip. Work in progress.
Oh, that's easy. What I'm calling my Dragon Girl shawl. And I won't say anything more about it until show offs.
Okay. That's fair.
Until show and tell. Nope.
All right. My current favorite work in progress is probably the Lily Pilly. Just because it is connected in so many ways to
Something
what I
meaningful
love.
for you.
Yeah. So
cool. Is it getting love? Speaking of loving.
I'll share that
Okay.
on another show.
In show and tell.
Last question. Current favorite future project.
This is something that's not on needles yet?
Right.
Oh, that's Squish.
Okay.
Which you need to watch show and tell to find more about. This is becoming a theme.
Well, I figured that the last 3 would kind of tie into some of our show and tell stuff.
Okay. You? Future project.
Future project. I think the Gramps cardigans that I have planned for the boys.
Oh, those are
right.
Those
The,
really
the
cute.
tin can knits Gramps with the little grandpa sleeve, or the
Elbows.
patchwork elbows, and so I have the yarn all dyed for it, and I've got the pattern purchased, and I've measured the boys, and so it's
And you
just
need to knit them
waiting.
before the measurements change.
Well, that's part of what I'm kind of holding off, because now that we've hit spring, I kind of
they
want
might grow
to
during this summer.
Yeah, I kind of want to push it to where it's going to be next winter's.
Where you start working on them kind of like late summer, early fall.
Yeah, I'm thinking like August-ish.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. All right, so lightning round.
All right, lightning round.
No explanation, just
No
answers.
explanation, just answers. Okay.
Watching.
I need context. What does that mean?
Current favorite, what you're watching.
Podcasts.
Which one?
Oh, more specific. I don't have a favorite. The one I'm watching. The one I'm watching
is your favorite.
Is my favorite. Yes.
At that moment. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna say Game of Thrones season 2.
Ooh.
Somebody spoiled me.
She started it.
All right.
With no explanations.
Exactly. Reading.
Willpower.
Okay. Smarter, Faster, Better, Charles Duhigg. Listening.
Power of Habit.
Audiobook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yarns at Yin Hu. Podcast. Audio. Podcast.
I need that written down. Okay, but no explanations. Keep going.
Making.
Oh.
Not knitting, making.
Right. That one's complicated because I'm patterns.
Okay. I am currently making a rug, a hooked rug.
Oh.
Weird randomness. Feeling.
Relaxation.
Yeah. Anticipation.
Ooh, total opposites. Okay.
Planning.
My current favorite planning? My container. The contents of my container. and how it's going to get put together and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
That needed a fuller answer, but not an explanation, so I won't say anything else. Okay.
Right? I am planning summer vacation for my son.
Woohoo! I can see why that's your current favorite. Okay.
Loving.
Myself.
There you go. Oh, that's a good answer. Damn it. I'm loving chocolate.
Woo! That might have been my choice. That might have been my answer.
Right? So that's it. So I'm going to post these questions in the Ravelry
Oh, that sounds awesome.
group in its own very special thread
Okay.
with this list of questions.
Okay.
If you answered these questions, you might be eligible for a prize. We're gonna draw a prize from this list.
From that
Yeah.
from that thread.
And
Okay,
if we get several participants in this thread, I might draw 2.
Maybe multiple prizes.
Maybe multiple prizes.
Cool.
So
Alrighty. I love it.
go join us in the Ravelry group.
Sounds awesome. Shop updates. I have a couple of, I guess kind of revisions of my previous estimations for last time I did a shop update.
Okay.
And that is that I'm just wrapping up a segment of our life so I can get some clarity on what I can actually plan for.
Okay. That's fair.
So, that will be done this week that we're recording.
Uh-huh.
So, by the time the podcast airs, I will have a better idea. So I may put something to go to the shops if they're available. For now, I do intend on having at least one pattern available on Ravelry by the time this podcast airs.
Yay!
For Genuine.
Yay!
One pattern.
And
At least.
that's under Junip?
Under Junip.
Okay.
There might be a professional thing for Genuine Knits. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So either find Junip or Genuine Knits?
Yes.
Do you have a name for that pattern yet?
It's probably going to be the Learn Lace pattern. Learn Lace pattern that I teach in the shop, because that one's pretty much done. That one's just kind of fine-tuning it and getting it ready and getting it available for PDF download.
Fantastic.
Exactly. And getting the behind-the-scenes stuff set up. It's not necessarily getting the pattern completely finished and set up. So that's I revised it, and that's probably a good possibility that one will happen.
Right.
Runyon Artwear, again, the website needs work. That's on the list. All of that kind of thing. And the recycled lamb has some new designs. I
showed those last time.
Mm-hmm. Those new designs were put into recycled lamb. I know one of them sold last Friday. Yay. I mean, I don't even think it completely 100% went into inventory before it sold.
Well, you know.
I dropped them off at Spin Night, which is the second Friday of every month. So the second Friday of every month is Spin Night at Recycled Lamb. And I brought them and showed them, and one of them was sold by the end of the evening.
Fantastic.
So,
you can't get any higher praise than that.
So, I hope they haven't, well, I don't know if I hope they have, or hope they haven't sold out. Check the Recycled Lamb.
That's the best plan.
For the Rundles, yes.
Nice. So is that it for Genuine and Runyon?
That's it for Genuine and Runyon Artwear.
All right. So, Colorful Eclectic has
new stuff.
New colorways. So, on Instagram, there is somebody that I follow. Her name is Creole, @Creole. And she is the host of the Craft Stash podcast.
Oh, this sounds like a dangerous podcast for me.
It's a fabulous podcast.
Okay.
She was based out of New York City. She's recently moved to Denver. She works at Craftsy. Right? Like, she's I kind of have a girl crush on her.
And she lives here.
Like a crafty girl crush.
A crafty girl crush, okay.
Right? And so
Maybe we should interview her sometime.
That might be interesting. We'll see.
We'll see. But she's here in Denver.
She is local.
So we could do it.
There's possibility.
All right.
So anyway, she posted a beautiful picture, and if I could get her permission to share that picture, we'll put it up here. And it's of an octopus.
Ooh.
I have to show you the picture.
We love octopi?
No.
Octopuses.
Octopuses.
I remember having this conversation with my son, who is totally enamored. Stretch is totally enamored with octopuses.
Really?
Yes. And we had this conversation with Isa, too, about octopuses.
Well.
Versus octopi. And this other fish, there's this other fish that's just amazing. Wow.
Right? So.
Yeah.
Here is the colorway. It's got these vibrant chartreuse greens with some of these brownish tones in it. Kind of a orangey brown tone.
A rust color.
Rust color. And then these bright aquas.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if you've seen the picture now, if you haven't seen the picture, go look in her history. She took that picture. Oh, goodness.
She took it?
I don't know if she took it. I assume she took it. It's in her history.
Okay, that
or
would be
you can
cool.
look up the hashtag #ShitCraftyGirlsSay.
Okay, that's a quote. That's not us using invective. Okay? Just saying.
It's a good one. It's a good hashtag. I like that one.
It's a good hashtag.
Right?
We try to keep it family friendly, but, we're people. Real people.
I think that word is allowed on... Isn't that one of the standard, broadcast terms?
I don't know. South Park had a whole thing about how that was, the worst word you could say in broadcasting.
Well, maybe it was bleep.
And we've let you know some about this.
Right?
Some about us by the fact that I reference South Park now. So
there you go. But so, there is Octopus's Garden. That's one of the new colorways this week. Another new colorway this week.
Oh, and I'm taking one home.
This one is Amethyst.
And it's sparkly.
It is sparkly, and it is...
I think you can see the sparkly in that.
I hope so. It's various shades of purple, from a pale purple and some kind of reddish purple tones in there into a more royal...
Jewel-y purple.
Jewel-toned purple. Very
That's beautiful.
blue-based. So I'm excited about this one, especially with it being on the sparkly base, because I have I have two sisters named Stacy, and right,
one on each side.
Nope.
Oh, lovely.
They're both my mother's daughters.
That's fun.
So, tangent.
This is a really long shop update.
Right?
Didn't think it was going to be this.
Here's a little also about my life. My sister Stacy Lee is also my father's daughter.
Okay.
My sister Stacy Ann is not my father's daughter.
So she's your half-sister.
She's my half-sister who was put up for adoption.
Oh.
When my mother gave birth to her, her name was Courtney.
Oh, okay. But her adoptive parents named her Stacy.
Named her Stacy Ann.
Ann.
My name is Elizabeth Ann. How funny is that,
There's
universe?
just like only 2 names in your family.
Oh my gosh. We have 3
names.
3 Stacys, 2 Corys, 2 Logans. Yeah.
My dad and his brother both married Barbaras.
It's anyway, the last piece for Colorful Eclectic is another. This one is just a color play skein. So this is me
It's just a one-off.
playing in the dye pots, kind of having fun with it.
It's got lots of different shades.
Lots of purpley. So it's got, again, this kind of red
Reddish.
purple.
Uh-huh.
And then it's got this.
Fuchsia.
This is
There's
a
this
phosphorescent purple. And the way that it breaks
Ooh.
does this kind of pink thing.
Yeah, in the middle.
Right? And then it's got pink. And then again, that kind of bluish royal purple. So that's going to be a color play that goes up. And let me tell you, I won't be heartbroken if this one doesn't ever get sold, because then it gets to be in my stash.
Aha.
So I love you enough to share it with you. But.
So if you buy it, she'll be happy that it's going to a home that will love it.
Right? But if you don't
But
buy
if it ends up living here, she will be just as happy.
Yes. So, and this is on a Stellina base. It's very...
Oh, it's muted. It's
very
a muted
muted.
Stellina, though.
Yeah. It's just the way
Is that what the dye process happened?
Yeah, it was the way that the dyes, I did it with vinegar. It just did different things in the way that I dyed it. So, anyway, that's that for the shop update. Oh, I didn't say. The update that you will see after this is May 20th. Then I'm going to skip the beginning of June update and go with June 17th as the following update. My update in June is going to be June 17th. So I hope to see you there.
Yay!
So, as noted previously, we like to watch podcasts. And I know many of you like to watch the podcast that I'm going to mention momentarily. And you've probably seen this one. And it was the podcast Jen referenced in our previous segment, our previous conversation. The podcast is the Legacy Knits podcast with Sue and Chelsea, and they are just fabulous folks.
They're great.
So I got caught up this weekend while I was
Recovering.
stuck on the couch. Anyway, another story. But I was watching the podcast, and Sue had mentioned the beginning of podcast, how frequently podcasters will say it has been so many weeks since their last podcast, and she felt that that was similar to a Catholic
confession
ritual. And it got me to thinking, we really don't have a segment where we talk about acquisitions and stash and things like that in this podcast by design, but this just got me thinking. So I texted Jen with idea stash confessions.
And
it grew.
Please forgive me, viewers, for I have sinned. I have a confession. I have a stash confession. I do.
Confess your sins.
I got a container. Well, my husband got me a container, but I didn't stop him from getting me a container. And I mean a whole shipping container. A whole
Insert
shipping container.
picture here.
And it's big. It's really big. And granted, I kind of have to share my container a little bit, like, with the house, but it's really because my stash is to the point that my husband thinks it needs to not live in our house, or at least not all of it.
Not all of it. That's fair.
So I have sinned, and I have. I don't know if that's completely a sin, but it feels a little bit sinful.
We'll allow
anyway, so it feels a little bit sinful that this is the part that feels sinful, that I would need a container, that I have so much stash that's not being used that I would need a container. I think that's the part. Okay, so, but anyway, so this is my first confession. I haven't ever had a stash confession before, so this is my first confession.
Thank you for confessing. We're very, very glad that you trust us enough to share your sins with us.
But now I have a penance, right?
But yeah.
Am I forgiven? Am I absolved?
You have to do penance before
that's
you're
right.
absolved, right?
Oh, yeah. So I have to do my penance and then I'm absolved of my sin.
Right.
Okay, so my penance is?
Penance for this. Tell me, viewers, if you agree. Everything that goes in the container has to be in your Ravelry stash. Specifically mentioning that it is in the container.
Okay.
In the location area in your Ravelry stash.
And the container's big enough, I'm going to have sub-locations within the container.
You know, like Home Depot does.
Yeah. In this bin on this shelf, or this bay. That's what they call them, bays.
Bays.
Bays and shelves.
Bays and aisles and shelves.
Yes.
There you go.
It's not that big.
I don't think you need aisles.
Well, it's big enough to have at least one.
Well, but so if you have more than one, then we have to worry about aisles. But I think bays.
But we can. Yeah, I'm sure we can. I can figure something out.
I'm excited to see your progress on that.
I am too. It needs a little bit of work on the inside because it was a used container.
Right.
But it needs a little bit of work, but the boys and my husband have promised. Although he does want to get together with you. He says he needs your email or some contact information for you. Because when I told him about Stash Confessions and the plan, he wanted to come up with a penance. And I said, no, Liz gets to come up with a penance, and possibly the viewers get to chime in. But
right.
No, you do not get to come up with a penance. And he says, well, we need to have rules. I think we need to establish some rules. He's getting very panicky. Rules about this container. Like, you can't put anything in the container that hasn't been in the house. I'm like, done. I can bring everything. I mean, that was so easy, because in my head I went, sure, I can bring everything in the house first before I take it down to the container. Not a big deal. I have to enter it in.
Right?
Ravelry.
You gotta photograph it, like the whole.
Oh, yeah. So, anyway. I think he's a little nervous.
No need to be nervous.
He bought the container!
Right?
There is... Anyway, it's his own fault if he's nervous, because he bought me the damn thing.
Well,
okay.
You know.
Alright, I think I might have just committed another sin, but we'll keep going. So that's my confession and my penance, and I will keep you updated.
Right. And now this segment is not going to be an every time segment, just as needed.
Just as needed. Just as
sins arise.
As stash sins are uncovered.
There we go. Looking for new and fun patterns and books? Genuine is a great source. Working with local Colorado designers and featuring indie dyers, like Colorful Eclectic, in their patterns, Genuine will help your knitting stay interesting, creative, and colorful. Check out their ever-growing collection of patterns and books at www.genuine.biz.
That's our show for today. Please join us again next time for our next show. And in the meantime, please like, subscribe, and comment below.
We hope you get creative and include some color in your life.